All right, here he goes. Please get to the point.
Godlogic, again, you was the one who's waffling, causing big waffling. You know, this waffle. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're just looking for the hadith.
Who's been waffling is you, Godlogic. You've been waffling for the 5 minutes.
What's the hadith, John? What's the hadith?
Are you gonna let me speak freely, or are you just gonna keep cutting?
What's the hadith?
Sorry, sir.
One thing.
I think Sam wants to say something.
Yeah, I want to correct John on one thing. No, I don't follow the Quran alone when I make my position. You did say something. You said the Torah was given to Moses. Now, can you, as you're finding the hadith, can you show me in the Quran and the hadith attributed to your prophet where it says the Torah was given to Moses? Because I have hadiths that say you're wrong, but I'm going to wait. So you said two things. You said the Torah was given to Moses. I want you to show me in the Quran where it says the Torah, not the book, not kitab, because I'm going to make my challenge clear. You misrepresented me, but that's okay. Yeah. The Torah was given to Moses, and I want you to show me in the Sunnah where your prophet said the Torah is given to Moses alone, because I have statements to the contrary from the Sunnah and the Salaf. But I'm going to wait to see for your evidence. Go ahead.
So you know this. You're doing I don't want to say it, but you're doing that thing where Christians say, okay, if you show me in the Quran or where it says Jesus is God, I'll become a Muslim.
No, that's a false analogy, John.
You know, this is the thing. Like you basically, the fact that it says book, it's understood that the Torah was given to Moses. Okay, the Torah is a law that was given to Moses, and Moses was given a kitab, a book.
How do you know the Torah is given to Moses? Because I have statements from the Salaf. See, you again attacked strawman and misrepresented the argument. It's not analogous to you asking me where Jesus said, I am God. Because I have statements from the Salaf saying that the word Torah was used for all
everything, yes.
So you know that?
Yes.
Say it again? Wait, I want people to hear this. Say it again.
You know that it yet. I'm about to say it.
Oh, okay. So let's not put that canard aside.
What you're doing is using a statement. Huh?
What I'm doing, not you, what I'm doing. But
you're using a statement from some of the Salaf, some of the early generations who said that sometimes when referring to the Torah, they refer to the whole Old Testament or the whole scriptures of the Christians. Not just the Old Testament, but sometimes the Talmud or other scriptures, that it's more general.
So John, can I ask a question? Why is it took me to nail you for you to admit that? Because you're recorded now. It's recorded.
No, that's not a dalil though, Hassan. You know the principles of Islam.
See, this is the waffling, John.
Okay. See, this is the thing. If you don't want to listen, you just want to butt in.
No, I listen to you. I'm trying to correct your misinformation.
Let me and Chris carry on with our conversation.
Go ahead.
Let me and Chris carry on with our conversation.
No. Originally, the conversation is going to be between Avery, me, you, and your buddy after Ramadan. Ramadan has long gone.
No problem, we can arrange that. Go and arrange it with Hamza.
Waiting. And you mentioned me by name.
We're ready to debate.
Now, can you stop waffling like he said? Can you now?
You're waffling more than waffle burger. Let me just speak to Chris. I came on here to speak to my fellow.
Did you just admit, John?
I'm here to speak to Chris. If you want to listen, you can.
John, did you just admit? Here we go. This guy's
you don't want the evidence.
He's in panic mode.
John, did you not just admit for the world the Torah means more than the books of Moses?
No, not at all.
You said it's the Torah given to Moses.
Not at all. You totally misunderstood the statement of the Salaf.
Okay.
You totally misunderstood the statement.
Let's see if I misunderstood. Okay. Don't run.
Chris, am I able to carry on speaking to Chris or not?
Yeah, after now we correct you. See who.
Okay, so we've just been hijacked. Chris, I invite you for a conversation either on your channel.
No, don't run away now. Don't go nowhere.
We're ready.
Don't go nowhere.
We're ready. We're ready.
You and Hamza were supposed to get with me days ago.
If you want to speak,
you and Hamza said that you guys were supposed to come weeks ago. What's going on?
Me and Chris, we're going through his presentation and speaking
Sam and I've been waiting for you and Hamza for weeks.
Sam
came to interrupt, and you guys don't want to.
What's up with you? What's up with you and Hamza, John?
We're ready.
No, you're not ready. So where's Hamza?
See, Chris has brought something substantial to speak about. That's why I came on to answer and speak to him. You guys don't want to hear it. You guys don't want to hear it.
Okay.
You guys don't want to hear
it. I'll give you 5 minutes to show me.
It's not about you giving 5 minutes. Me and Chris.
He's a straight panic mode.
Okay, say what you want, Godlogic. We can debate you. We can debate Sam. Debate Chris.
This is why you got.
I was enjoying the conversation with Chris.
Open up before he runs.
So, Chris, just before I go, I invite you. We can have a conversation.
I would love to have another conversation.
I would as well.
I have to be honest with you, though. I don't think you'll actually have it. And I don't think Hamza would. But what we remember, you also said to Avery,
I have.
you said to Sam, Okay, but my point is that I was really looking forward to that discussion, but you didn't make it happen.
You know what?
I have asked
Chris,
Hamza
I was
just
so looking
he
forward
won't
to it. You guys just butt in.
Chris, do me a favor. He's going to run because he's a coward. Let's see what the Salaf said about the word Torah. Scroll down, Torah, and show it. Because he made a claim. He got busted. We're going to clip this to show you just lied. Here, we got you recorded. Can you show them what Ibn Kathir said right there? If you scroll down, you'll see the quote.
Why do you keep muting me?
Because you keep talking and don't listen. Because
No,
you're...
but me and Chris, listen.
Go up.
Listen.
God, but it's just
Listen.
No.
Me and
We
Chris,
don't want to hear you. We want to read the
me and Chris are having a conversation. You guys come and butt in.
Hey, Godlogic, you got him.
Just wait there in the lobby, man. Wait there in the lobby. You're in
Go up.
panic mode.
Go up.
Don't
You
go
see
anywhere.
it's highlighted. Okay, go up.
This coward just ran away.
It's okay. Go up, brother. Go up. You know what's up, right? It's not down.
Are we right here or what? Is this
Right there, man. Right there. Okay. Guys, it's recorded. I want someone to clip it. It's recorded. He said the Torah was given to Moses. It's recorded. I was listening. Then he corrected himself when I nailed him. Yes, I'm aware that the Salaf, they use the word Torah for the Old Testament and the Talmud. Why didn't he say that to you guys before I nailed them on it? Okay, here it is. What does it say? Read it for them. Ibn Kathir al-Sira al-Nabawiyya. What does it say? And it should be recognized.
And it should be recognized that many of our forebears used to apply the word.
No, he said some.
Uh-huh.
You got it recorded. He said some, right?
Yep.
Okay, read.
Mm-hmm. Many of our forebears used to apply the word Torah to the books of the peoples of the scriptures. These are, in their view, more comprehensive than those God revealed to Moses.
So, John, your first lie got busted, and we're going to make a clip out of it. Godlogic, clip it. He said earlier, the Torah was given to Moses, and he tried to disassociate it from the 5 books attributed to him, right? So that's the first lie. Okay, so secondly, he was talking about the Psalms, right? Given to who? David, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to open Quran chapter 21, 105. 21, 105. Right. And he somehow tried to distinguish. See, if the guy weren't talk and filibuster, he would have got nailed. But again, he ran. I want you to look at 21, 105. The Quran confirms the biblical view of inspiration. The biblical view of inspiration. 21, 105. Yeah. That's all they do.
Says, for we have written in the Psalms after the remembrance, the earth shall be the inheritance of my righteous servants.
Okay, who wrote it?
Allah did.
Okay, but now here, as even Muslims will admit, this is a quotation from Psalm 37:29. But if you open up the entire Psalm, don't open up the entire Psalm. I'm trying to find you. Where are you at on my page, dude? I lost you. Anyway, guy just keeps talking, doesn't zip it. Filibustering, you cowards. Psalm 37, it's a psalm of who? Does it tell you? Lying coward. Sorry, Chris, I didn't want to come up, but the guy mentioned me.
No, that's all right. Yeah, it's good to have you here. It's always good.
Who wrote this?
Of David.
All right, now read 29. What David wrote that Allah said he wrote.
Says, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell upon it forever.
And now the word land, even in Hebrew, can mean earth or land.
Yep.
But now you see, David wrote Psalm 37:29, right? But Allah said he wrote that in 21:105. Yep. So John, please come back up. Don't run. We were just having fun with you. So who wrote that in 21:105?
Says that Allah wrote it.
Oh, but I thought he was somehow trying to imply that our view of inspiration is not as authoritative as their view of dictation. But here, his Quran says the way the Bible is written is actually Allah speaking and writing. That's what it says. Yeah. We have written. So did Allah come down and write it for David?
Uh-oh.
That means our view of inspiration is actually confirmed in the Quran. Now, well, he's gone. I can't challenge him. He's gone?
He's gone. He's probably just watching, but he's out of the lobby now. He left the lobby. He left the stream himself. He's probably just watching like he watches all the rest of the streams.
All right, I'll let you guys finish then because he mentioned me. And here he wants to talk to Chris, but we've been waiting for weeks to discuss what the gospel is according to the Quran and the Sunnah. I don't just use the Quran. I use actually sources outside of the Quran because if John knows, and he should know, the oldest extant Sira on Muhammad's life is Ibn Ishaq Sirat Rasulullah, edited by Ibn Ishaq. Guess what the gospel is according to Ibn Ishaq? The Gospel of John.
Uh-oh.
Did you get? I know you know that, right? Did you know that, God? Yeah. Did I give you that?
Of course.
It's in the. If you have the English translation, Alfred Guillaume, the English translation, pages 103, 104. Do you have the reference, or I'm going to give it to you?
I don't have the reference on hand, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but let us show it to them. So hold on.
Yeah.
The oldest extant biography of Muhammad, edited by Ibn Ishaq, says that the gospel was written down by John, the disciple, for the followers of Christ, thereby identifying the Gospel of John as the Injil given by Allah to Jesus' followers. What happened, John? And his name is John. What a tragedy. He's named after John. What a tragedy. Hold on, let me get you that. And then I'm out. I'll let you guys talk. But anyway, this guy here, man. Sorry about that.
Hey, Hey, Chris, what would you expect a refutation to that to be from John's point of view? Because obviously he's trying to come from a different angle than a youthful Muslim. So
okay.
How do you think he would come?
So when it comes to Sira material, to be honest with you, most Muslims I encounter generally just deny pretty much all of it when it comes to an academic setting. They will affirm it when it comes to YouTube, making lovely stories about how Muhammad he used to wrestle this guy who was a giant. Oh, how lovely! Even though it's like weak in narration, they won't care if it's inspirational. But when you actually point it in an academic setting and use it for a debate with Christian, they'll just say, no, we don't accept it. It's Sira material. It predates the Hadith movement in the later part of the 8th century, and therefore it is not traceable all the way back to Muhammad. It has broken chains. They are not mutawatir, and therefore we're not going to accept them, despite the fact they are earlier.
Precisely.
So because if we were to use the historical approach, we would use the earliest material, right? Like we do with Christianity, with the Gospels. What are the earliest Gospels? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There are others, but they come from the 2nd century. They are later, and they are not authentic at all. But the earliest are the ones we go by. We can't do that with Islam. And hence Islam is not historical, because it goes against the historical critical approach. You can't establish even basic things with Islam, because the earliest stories are not to be trusted according to their own scholars.
Yeah. Now, it's you can do Command F 103, 104, but now, if that's their response, I say, well, number one, you're applying later criteria upon an earlier genre. This hadith, matan, criticism, that comes later. You're taking a criteria that was developed centuries later and imposing it on an early generation. Secondly, where did Muhammad say that something has to be mutawatir in order for it to be deemed to be infallible? This is, again, a later argument, a later method developed by scholars not found in the Quran or in the Sunnah of Muhammad. And thirdly, this is the point I was making. Ibn Hisham edited Ibn Ishaq. This is the point. Why do you think I said Ibn Hisham? If we go by what Muslims say, Ibn Ishaq was written around the 8th century, around 750, let's say. But then comes Ibn Hisham in the 9th century, around 830. And he took Ibn Ishaq's Sira. He omitted things that he deemed to be weak or offensive. He edited it. However, this part he left intact, which means it met his standard of authentication. Besides that, if you question the Sira, you pretty much destroy the oldest known biography on the life of Muhammad that was even referenced by folks like Qurtubi, Tabari, let alone Ibn Hisham. That's not going to work, John, if you're speaking on John's behalf. Now, guys, the oldest surviving biography, edited by Ibn Hisham, he left this intact. You know what that means? John, I hope you're listening, John, so that when you and your buddy Hamza man up to debate, you get ready, John, so you know how to refute me, John. Ibn Hisham, that edited Ibn Ishaq, removed things that he deemed to be weak or offensive. Left this intact, John, meaning it passed this test, John. You're a disgrace to John, who wrote the gospel, and John the Baptist. Now, Godlogic, get off your phone and read, buddy. Your phone ain't going to save you, mister.
All right, finally, I'm just waiting for you to finish your waffle. All right, so among the things which have reached me about what Jesus, the Son of Mary, stated in the gospel, which he received from God for the followers of the gospel, and applying a term to describe the apostle of God, is the following. It is extracted from what John the apostle set down for them when he wrote the gospel for them from the testament of Jesus, son of Mary.
Oh, wait, hold on before you read. So the oldest surviving biography on Muhammad's life, edited by Ibn Hisham, a statement that Ibn Hisham deemed to be authentic and kept in because they believe this is a prophecy of Muhammad, says that the gospel that Allah gave to Jesus for his followers was written down by John, calling the gospel of John that gospel. And here he's going to quote John 15, 23 to 16, verse 1. And read what he quotes.
He that hates me hates the Lord. And if I had not done in their presence works which none other before me did, they had not sinned. But from now they are puffed up with pride and think that they will overcome me and also the Lord. But the word that is in the law must be fulfilled. They hated me without cause. But when the Comforter has come, whom God will send to you from the Lord's presence, and the Spirit of truth, which will have gone forth from the Lord's presence, he shall bear witness of me, and ye also, because you have been with me from the beginning. I have spoken unto you about this, that you should not be in doubt.
Oh, and then what does it say, the last paragraph?
The Munahimana in Syriac is Muhammad.
You almost sound like Three Stooges. Kind of, but go ahead. Yeah.
In Greek, he is the Paraclete. Source, the life of Muhammad, translation of Ibn Ishaq's Sira, Zulullah, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so here, pages 103, 104, you're told that John wrote down for the followers of Jesus the gospel that Allah gave to Jesus for his followers, and he quotes John 15:23-16, verse 1. But notice what he did, though. The Muslims accuse Christians of doing the thing they're guilty of. Did you notice whenever it said Father, he changed it to Lord?
Mm-hmm.
If you read the Gospel of John, Jesus talks about they hated me and my Father. But they changed it to Lord because that tells you they have no integrity, no respect. They will twist all sources, even their own sources, even their own Quran, in order to make it agree with their theology. So you see that? Where John had Jesus saying, my Father, they changed it to Lord. Do you see it right there in the text? But my point is, he can't play the game. Well, this is Sira. Well, Ibn Tabari and Qurtubi and Ibn Kathir would often reference the Sira in their commentary. That's number one. Number two, Ibn Hisham edited that Sira, so he omitted things that he deemed weak or offensive, but he kept that intact. But beyond that, Chris, and I'm going to leave you with this, even if you open up the Quran translation by Hilali Khan, if you open it up, go to 7157, in brackets they tell you that the prophecy of Muhammad in the gospel is the Gospel of John. They tell you where to find it, thereby implicitly identifying the gospel as the Gospel of John. Anyway, he didn't come back, right?
No, he's gone.
All right, I'll see you.
He's watching, like I said.
But if you see 7157, Hilali Khan do you the favor. They tell you that the Gospel of John, the Gospel that has Muhammad, is the Gospel of John, and they reference the Paraclete passages, as well as Deuteronomy 18 for the law. So I was hoping he wouldn't filibuster and keep talking, yep. But you got him. Clip it, Avery. He first began saying, no, the Torah is given to Moses. It took me to nail him to admit, yes, I know. The Torah is used by the Salaf for more than the books of Moses, for the Old Testament and the Talmud. Why did he keep that from you? Until I nailed him on it. So you see, Hilali Khan, they tell you that the gospel is the Gospel of John, in agreement with Ibn Ishaq. Now, Chris, I don't care what they say about you in Speaker Corner. I like you, buddy. So I'll let you take over. Take care, guys.
God bless you, Sam. Thank you for joining.